Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tonya Renee Inc. at TonyaReneeInc.com YouTube page. I am excited to have you all with me on this evening. So let's talk about today the importance of, let's rewind, right? Let's rewind a little bit. If you have never watched one of my videos and you have not been to one of my social media pages, again, I am Tonya Renee Inc. of TonyaReneeInc.com. I am a business consultant. I am a life coach. So if you need help building your small business, if you need help with getting the foundation and the structure of your businesses, whether it be building your website, whether it's marketing and branding, I am here for you. If you need to get the paperwork of your work, of your business done, I am here for you. If, let's say, business isn't your thing, maybe you don't want to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you're okay going to work and there's nothing wrong with that. We live in a world where everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, and there is nothing, listen to me, there is nothing wrong with going to work every day and enjoy doing what you do. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I just want to also say that you do not have to be an entrepreneur in order to be self-fulfilled. Success is based on the individual person. And if you are self-fulfilled, going to work every day, clocking in with limited responsibilities, or maybe as a CEO or maybe as an executive, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. As long as you feel purpose-filled and you are happy with what it is you're doing, make your coins, boo. Make your coins. So if you are one of the latter, where you are not into entrepreneurship, but you have goals that you want to achieve, if you have things that you want to develop in yourself, whether it be personally, maybe it's with your family or anything of that nature rather, then I can also help you with that as a life coach. I can help you kind of find fulfillment if you have not found it yet, or maybe want to find a different level of fulfillment. I can help you with that. Go over to TonyaReneeInc.com, 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 and go ahead and find what services better work for you and are better, that will better help you, and go ahead and connect with me there. Listen, I am a water drinker. You hear me? You got to stay hydrated in this season. It's 106 degrees where I live today. So the air has been on all day and I am in need of hydration. Do you understand me? I'm in need of hydration. So if you see me grab my water and sip, it's because I am in need of hydration, okay? So don't judge me. I need my water. That's how I stay youthful. No, so today's topic is goal setting, right? Goal setting. And so I thought it was important that I talk about setting goals either as a business owner and as an individual, because if we don't know where we're going, if there is no clarity of thought as to our destination, then we're going to continually go in circles. We're going to continually not be fulfilled. We're going to continually not meet our purpose because we do not have a destination. If you get into your car and you are driving with no destination, then you will end up nowhere. Okay? You will end up nowhere. So in life, you must have a destination. There has to be somewhere that you are, where there has to be a purpose to where you're going. Everything that you do has to be intentional when it comes to your decision making as it pertains to your life. It has to be intentional. Where are you going? That is very important. It is very key that you understand that you have to have a destination. You have to know where you're going. Clarity of thought is very important. And so we're going to talk about goal setting today and the types of goals that we have, right? And I'm going to also give a little example as to the type of goals that we have. And then if coming up soon, I did a goal getter course. And I was really pleased, and I was taken aback and just really in awe. I was in awe of the response that I got from that course, and how it benefited and helped people, and some of the clients that I even retained long term because of that course. So I was so grateful, so very grateful. And if any of my goal getters are on here, I want to say thank you again. I appreciate you trusting me enough to invest in yourself and come out on the other end better for it. So I just want to say thank you to all of my goal getters. And so I decided, since we went on ahead to launch, and I launched a YouTube page, to go ahead and talk about it here. Okay, and really try to kind of get into like a little bit of it. And then if you want to take the Goal Getter course, I will be relaunching it again in a couple months or so, maybe sooner. I'm gonna get some fine tuning, because the people who took it first, that was my alpha test. So my beta test is coming very soon. The people who took it got an opportunity to kind of critique and get feedback and things like that. And so I did hear you all. And so we're going to be making those changes, and then we're going to relaunch a beta test for those who would like to take the Goal Getter course. The way that it was phenomenal. I was pleased with it, and I am even more excited to relaunch it with the some of the critiques, and as we perfect it even more, because there's always room to grow and there's always room to get better in your craft. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the different types of goals are, you have your long-term goal, your lifetime goal. You have your long-term goals, your short-term goals, and your stepping stone goals, right? And before we get into that, let's deal with the BS, right? The BS that has kept you stagnated, that has kept you stuck, that has kept you out of control, that has kept you undisciplined, that has kept you unfocused. That BS, your belief systems. Your belief systems have been key in keeping you bondage and held bound to your current situations and your current circumstances. So with the setting of goals, it is important that you deal with your BS. What are the things that were told to you, that were taught to you, that was examples for you, that has kept your mind in bondage, that has kept you from being able to really launch out into the things that you know that you can do, the thing that's inside of you that's pulling on you, that's saying there's more for you, and that there's more that you can accomplish, there's more that you can attain, but your BS is keeping you stagnated. Your BS is keeping you on pause. Your BS makes it so that when you take one step forward, that you fall all the way back, because your BS scares you to a place of procrastination. And so I want to talk today to kind of get you past that point. Let's get past that. Let's push past our BS so that we can accomplish things and we can get out of the cycle of life that keeps us stagnated, right? So today, as we're dealing with our BS, our belief systems, we're going to talk about what we can do as it pertains to our lifetime goal. So what is a lifetime goal? A lifetime goal is that thing that it may take your life to get there. It may take you 10, 15 years to get there. It may take you 10 years to get there. Right? Everybody's lifetime goal is different. Maybe your lifetime goal is to have multiple practices. Maybe that's your lifetime goal, right? That lifetime goal is achievable no matter at what age you start, right? Your lifetime goal is something that you are constantly working towards. That's something that you're not going to get done in a year. You're not going to get it done in 2 years. That's something that you're going to be constantly throughout the years working towards. Maybe your lifetime goal is to be impactful to 1 million people in your life. You want to be life-changing to 1 million people in your life. That is your goal, that 1 million people come in contact with you, and when they leave your presence, that they are better for it. That is a lifetime goal, right? So lifetime goals are those things that's going to take a long time to fulfill. Those are not things that you can blink your eye or in a couple 5 years or so attain that goal. That is something that you are constantly working for. That is the thing that you wake up about, right? So when we talk about our lifetime goals, when we're lining those up, we want to make sure that our lifetime goals line up with our reason why. Right? Your reason why is the thing that will motivate you to get up every day to work towards that goal. Right? So my reason why is I want to leave a legacy to my children of financial freedom, right? That is my why. That is why I push the way that I push. That is why I go out the way that I go out. That is why I even decide to be an entrepreneur and branch off into my own, and even get to the place, finding out about investments and things of that nature, is because ultimately one of my lifetime goals is to leave a legacy of financial freedom for my children, right? Another lifetime goal that I have is I want to be impactful to the people who come in contact with me. My other lifetime goal is that I want to help young women. I want to help people not go through the things that I've gone through. Something that I tell the young women that are connected to me in ministry is that I did it so that you wouldn't have to. I've done it so that you would not have to. Learn from my mistakes, don't duplicate them, right? That is another lifetime goal that I have. And so as I understand my reasoning why, those two reasons why, I have other reasons why, but let's just deal with those two reasons why. Those reasons why is what makes me get up every morning and push and turn on my laptop and work on my business. That reason why is why I get up and I push other people's businesses to achieve to the greatest potential possible. Those two reasons why is why I chose to do everything that I do in excellence. Those two reasons why is why even I sacrifice times and I even give discounted rates and things like that to certain people who may not be able to afford the prices that I set out, but that are willing to or have a desire to still make it, right? Because I was one of those people who did not have it financially. I had the ideas, I had the know-how, I just didn't have the finances, right? And so there were people I dreamed of connecting to, that I wanted to connect to, but I couldn't because of finances, okay? And so that is why I do the things that I do. Those two things right there. So those are my lifetime goals. What are the long-term goals, right? The long-term goals that attach to my lifetime goals are going back to school to get my degree and psychology, mental health with an emphasis in trauma, right? Because my idea of help is not just surface. I just don't want to surface help people. I want to be able to really get in there and find out what is the underlying reason that causes you to do the things that you do, right? That causes you to think the way that you think, right? That causes you to process the way that you process. What can I do in regards to education to help me or to undergird the things that I'm already naturally intuitive with, right? With discernment and things of that nature, right? Because on top of business and all that, I still have ministry, right? There's still ministry that I have to give. I have to bring forth and give and things of that nature. And so putting education under what I already possess spiritually is what helps me to really, is what's going to help me to really attain that lifetime goal of helping everyone that I come in contact with, right? So that's a long-term goal. The short-term goal, right? Let's deal with specifically with the schooling, right? Short-term goal would be to register to take my classes, right? To every semester, make sure that I'm present, that I'm doing the assignments, that I'm getting passing grades, that I'm present in the moment when it comes to assignments and things of that nature, right? That would be my short-term goal, right? My stepping stone goal at the very beginning was to register for school, right? So me registering for school gave me the opportunity or gave me access, right, to then complete my semester of college, right, to complete my years or whatever it is I need to go through in college. So my stepping stone goal was to register. That gave me access to the classes I needed to take in order to pass, right? Gave me access, right, to graduating and getting the degree and the certificate and things of that nature that I need to better understand the psyche of the people that I'm willing to help on a personal level, right? Which then gave me access to my lifetime goal, which is to help all those that I come in contact with who may have encountered trauma, so that their lives can be better, so that they don't have to live in the cycle that it took me some years to get out of. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense to you all. I hope that made sense. So that is a lifetime, long-term, short, and stepping stone goal broken down to you in the most simplest way that I can break it down to you, right? So what is another component of of putting goals together, right? Because we already know our BS system has to be dealt with. We have to deal with the BS, right? The things that in our minds that keep us from wanting to even accomplish those things, right? We know that we have to deal with actually putting down those things we want to do, brainstorming, writing it down. What are the ideas? What are the things I want to accomplish? Just throw them all down on paper. Just like brain dump, right? All those different things that we want to deal with, brain dump it, right? And then we have to, once we get an idea where we're going and how we break those things down, now what is the thing that we're going to do to stay self-motivated, right? You have to stay self-motivated, right? You have to have an accountability partner. There has to be somebody in your life that will say, hey, did you X, Y, and Z today? Right? So I have my accountability partner. Did you go to school today? Did you log on to your classes? Because I take classes remotely, of course, because of the pandemic, but even before then, because of my business, it's more conducive for me to take online classes. So did you go to school today? Did you do your assignments today? Right? And now we're going into another portion of my life where now my new goal is to get into shape. Because during this pandemic, I've gained at least 20 pounds, at least 20 pounds. You hear me? And so now I'm working on now stepping stone. The stepping stone was I enrolled in a fitness program, right? I enrolled in a fitness program that gave me access to the tools and the exercises that I will need in order to properly develop the routines that I need in order to get myself shaped physically, right? Which will then give me access to the long-term goal of losing the 20 pounds, right? And developing a healthy lifestyle so that long-term goal, I can be healthy in my older age and not need the assistance of others in order to function on a day-to-day basis. You see that there? Enrolling into a fitness course, getting the classes and exercises that I needed that will get me to the 20-pound weight loss and maintain a healthy lifestyle that will help me live longevity as my lifetime goal. You see how those goals stepped out and how those were broken down to where if each task is done in that systematic order, the end result will come, right? The end result then becomes attainable because it's not something that's so far out that I cannot process or grasp the concept of getting it done, because I've broken something that seems like it was unattainable and impossible down to the very thing that I can do in this very moment. And it's also very important to do something that I call a ta-da list, right? Where it's like you get to do it, it's like, ta-da, I'm done, I got it done. You know what I'm saying? And so some of those stepping stone goals can be put down on your to-do list, you know? And when you get those things on your to-do list done, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. You do not have to wait until the long-term or lifetime goal is accomplished to celebrate yourself. Every time I pass a class, I celebrate myself. Every time I get through a semester, I celebrate myself. You know why? Because as a single mom with 6 kids, right? Running a business with multiple clients already, right? And then my business growing, and then with ministry responsibilities, right? It's hard to be a full-time student as well. So when I pass those classes and I get good grades on those papers and things like that, I celebrate myself. I reward myself for doing a good job, because not everyone could do what I did, right? Not everyone has the access to do the things that I did. So I make sure that I celebrate myself and I remain in a place of gratefulness and gratitude that I was even able to do it at all. Right? And so I just want you guys to stay focused, and I just want you guys to be mindful of the fact that, you know, you can do it. You can totally do it. If you apply yourself, if you have the right tools and you have the right accountability, you can do it. You can break down any big thing into smaller pieces and get it done. I believe in you. I encourage you to start your to-do list. Start writing down those brain dump, those things that you want to do, and break those things down into how long will it take you a year to do it? Will it take you 3 months to do it? Will it take you 60 days to do it? Will it take you 30 days to do it? What things can you do today? Right? And let's start working that list, and let's start breaking those things down. If you need help, again, ToniaReneeInc.com. I'm here to help you, show you, to walk through it, and we can break down goals. There's so many different aspects to goals, even as it comes when we're talking about affirmations and we're talking about visualizations. Those things are also also tie into goal settings, and those things are also very important. So you know, I help you walk through those different things and those different processes, you know, as we work one-on-one together, and even as in small groups, as it pertains to goal setting and building goals, and really breaking down what that means, because it's more than just starting, you know, it's getting brain dumping, breaking things down into smaller steps. But then there's a lot of psychological things that come into play when we talk about setting goals, like belief systems. Again, even how our brain works when it comes to like I said, visualization and affirmations. Even how our brain comes when we talk about when people talk about, you know, you have to believe it and you have to feel it. Those are all chemical things, and those things, all things that happen in your brain that help bring those things into fruition that you was hoping and that you've been praying and that you've been believing for. And so all those things are key when it comes to goal setting and attaining your purpose, and attaining the things that you want in life. And so I just want to again encourage you, and I want you to go out there and set your goals. You know, connect with me, ToniaReneeInc.com. I want you to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can go ahead and get our videos as we post them and get them up, so that we can continue to build and grow together. Let's establish a relationship. I would like to get to know you as you begin to know me. Go over to my social media pages, Tonia Renee Inc. on Instagram and Facebook. Like and follow those pages as well. I appreciate you guys taking the time to chat with me. Leave your comments and questions in the comment section below, and I will be sure to respond to you as soon as I can. Again, I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Good night.